Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an Airbus pilot, and in today's video I want you to witness my very first landing with the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick using the FlyByWire A320. Obviously you do know that I have already flown the Phoenix Airbus with this stick, but not yet the FlyByWire. So I did just about make a video on the stick and the associated sensitivity settings earlier on, so today we are going to focus on how we are actually going to fly the plane. If you've been following along, we are currently approaching Hanover, and this video has been recorded straight out of that same series. Okay, so let's go ahead and go right for it. We're going to start the speed reduction of the plane over here, and I'm actually going to take all the automatics out. We don't need a flight director, we don't need anything here. Interesting. Why do we get magenta 4000 with the flight directors off? That doesn't make any sense. But okay, a little bug in the FlyByWire that we just found. Alright, so let's make a base turn, and I'm going to show you a couple of the important features of the plane over here. So, as I mentioned in my calibration video, my requirement for proper side stick calibration is that the airplane is capable of being flown perfectly down to the very precision. So I want to be able to maintain my vertical speed exactly, I want to be able to maintain my bank exactly, and basically I want super precise control. And this is how I set my side stick up. Now, with that, theoretically speaking, a landing should become very, very easy. But practical considerations will usually gain a little bit of priority based on experience here. Alright, so let's go flaps 1. And we are right in IMC at the moment. About a level of in 3000. Not 100% sure why it's giving me 4000 magenta over here. It shouldn't do that with the flight directors off, but so be it. Okay, so set runway track 090. And the localizer just about came alive. We're going to maintain the S speed over here. Of course, I'm already doing far too many things at the same time, so I'm undershooting the speed here. But we're still well above VLS, so we got nothing to worry about. Alright, so nicely established on the localizer. Let's just do a direct to pixel, hoping that we'll be able to fix our altitude here as well. Alright, here we go. Our altitude is back to where it should be. Okay, excellent. So a couple of basic rules that I will abide by doing this first landing. Well, first things first, obviously we want to fly it down as precisely as possible. How do we achieve this? Pitch and power. Now, since I've never flown the FlyByWire 320 with this stick yet, obviously the exact response to the airplane, to my inputs, is going to vary a little bit from what I'm used to. However, the basic pitch and power values are going to remain the same. Thank you. Silence. Alright, so missed approach altitude is going to be 4,000 feet, and that is now set. So the key to achieving the smooth approach here is just to keep your hands off the stick. The plane is going to fly itself down pretty perfectly if you don't touch anything. And that is just how Airbus logic works. Now, approaching 2,000 above the ground, let's go flaps 2. We're also out of the immediate icing conditions, so anti-ice can come off. And at the moment, I'm just barely doing a forward input on the stick in order to keep following the glide slope. Apart from that, no inputs done. Okay, gear down. And with that, we are going to arm the speed brakes and turn on the lights. And we just got ourselves a tiny bit above the glide, but we're going to catch up with that again. Doing 1,000 feet a minute on the way down, which is one of the advantages of the previously precisely calibrated stick. So we're perfectly capable of flying the airplane down exactly at the rate of descent that we need to, which is 1,000 feet a minute. Okay then, flaps 3, which is our final flap setting. Make sure the cabin is ready. And now we're going to catch that glide slope. and then we can continue our approach. 500 is our stable gate, so we gotta make sure not to miss that.
1000.
Checked. Landing checklist, ECA memo, landing no blue. Alright, we're about to catch our glide slope back, so for a config 3 landing, we're looking at approximately 4 degrees of pitch attitude. So what I'm doing now is I'm basically just trying to establish that target attitude while we're on the glide slope, and that should basically cover for the approach itself. Now the flare is going to be a little bit more interesting here, since I'm not 100% sure as to how the plane is going to react to my stick inputs. So going through 500, we are fully stabilized. So we'll have to guesstimate there a little bit. Flare too early, and we're just going to flare all the way in. Flare too late, and it's going to be a positive landing. So getting things right is the
100 above.
most important point for us right now. So at 30, or just below 30, I'm going to pitch up a tiny bit, hold the thrust rapidly to idle, continue, and then we'll see how the airplane is going to settle. So let's see how that's going to work out.
50.
Nothing.
40.
Nothing.
30.
Slide
20.
pull.
Retard.
Idle. Ooh.
5.
Kind of lost the pitch there. Alright, and we're down. So, spoilers, reverse green, decel. But we're only getting idle reverse here. Okay, manual brakes. Okay, so the idle reverse thing is a sim update 15 beta thing, 70 knots, which prevents reversers from activating. But that's hopefully going to be solved rather soon with the next beta or so. Alright, and here we are. So overall, what can we learn from this landing? Obviously it was the very first one using the Thrustmaster Airbus stick, so naturally it wasn't as good as it would be after I did a couple more. But the important thing for me here was that we just needed a very, very slight pitch aft input in order to get the nose to come up and the plane to flare properly. That's something that I need to work on a little bit in order to get my plane under control a bit better. Using the WinWings stick, the aircraft was certainly quite a bit easier to flare, so we do need a little bit more consistent input here. Overall though, I have to say I didn't break the airplane. It is certainly reusable, and that means that it is a good landing, and if the plane is reusable then so are the passengers, so it even is a very good landing. Alright, so I do hope that you enjoyed that little view beneath what is often going on YouTubers' computers, showing you perfected stuff. This was the very first one using a new side stick, so I do hope that you found this one interesting. If it did, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And with that, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to let me know by hitting that like button in YouTube as well, and subscribe if you're up for more. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much. I see you all again on the next one, and if you've got any wishes for new videos or ideas, be sure to leave them in the comments below as well. Thank you very much, and finally, if you really love what I'm doing, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link that you can find in the video description below. Thank you for watching, and see you all again on the next one.